viewers, good day WAFFI people. So today we're still on the segment Talk the Talk. I have my co-host here.
Ifoma Woki. It's nice to be here, thank you.
Miss Ifoma, how are you doing today?
I'm very fine, how are you?
Amazing. So we will be talking on the urge to get quick cash. So what do you have to say on this segment?
I'll first start with the myths. The belief that fathers have over the desire for the youth to be successful, to be affluent.
Yes.
You know, we were bred in a society that each day we hear huge amount of money leaving our treasury. We even had a case of someone saying snakes swallowed in order to explain that. Yes. Then you come down to the society close to you. Maybe those we feel very far. Yes. Those close to you find those affluent people with entourage following them. When they come to the society, they are respected, they are honored. Your father may be intelligent. He may be a very honest man. He may be struggling every day to make ends meet. But when he stands in the presence of others to talk, they push him down. The one who cannot even express himself, but because it's a bag of money, is able to stand and he's able to, the honor, that pride and honor. It seems like, this is a family. You guys are just the extra. Then you grow up in that kind of environment. Then you equally watch your parents struggle to fix your elder ones. Say education is the key, and that's what will make you not suffer what your father did.
Yes.
Then you watch these older ones go. They get the first class. They finish. They say BS is not enough. They get the masters. The masters is not enough. Get the PhD. They are still beggars. They still struggle to pay the rent, not to even set up the houses. Then sometimes you'll get the good ones. They believe that these jobs will get, some extra cash combo. Then you go to places like Lagos. You say, okay, live okay. Let's live in a secure place. Let's live in the island. And you see, you go to the visit, you see tiny apartments going for $500,000. Some going for as high as $1 million. Who knows what it is today? Then you come back and you say, man, you don't have to sit up. You have to wait to follow the rigorous process. Mind, there are no jobs. Then you plan to carve out ways for yourself. And government decide out of fear that there's cyber crimes and all that, they cut off the ways the youth has been using to make money. Okay, we had those who went from the forex, the forests and go to the crypto.
Yes.
Throughout 2019, always been having one issue or the other with crypto dealers, and a lot of youths got in there because of a small segment that are into cybercrime, and you do not even employ this youth to tackle the issue. It is those who feel, those who know what.
Let me tell you why the government did that. Because a lot of youths use that as a covering to cover their, they use it to cover the part that this is cybercrime. We'll be doing cybercrime. They tell you that they are real estate agents, they are into crypto. Well, rather, they do cybercrime, they due people for money. So when the government does stuff like that, I very, very much believe that when we are setting boundaries, it's not to destroy us, but to protect us.
In a way, it's like there's an adage our fathers say, do not throw the baby with the bathwater.
Yes.
I'm not saying you are very correct. There are youths who use this means to do some dubious activities, but they're equally genuine ones. Why close down the entire thing and stop both the genuine and the, if you brought some of these youths into policing the cyberspace, employ them, get some of them. Sometimes we even hear, if you read stories of some very high intelligent force men, you hear that they come from not so clean backgrounds, but they were able to psycho-evaluate them, train them, and get to use them to tackle that issue. If you are even afraid of recruiting the ones you think are criminals, then recruit the ones you know are good. Those good ones know what happens. That's where you are able to get ahead of them, or you get, you move at their pace. But this way they cover everything, they stop everything. It doesn't stop those who are into the crime.
See, I understand from your point of view. First of all, you started with peer pressure.
No. I started with necessity. It's not peer pressure, because the people who are giving us pressure are older ones. They are parents. You watch your neighbor. He has a very big house. Your parents are staying in touch. You see those things as children. That inequality. You see it. You watch the other ones able to eat 3 square meals. You watch your elder brother going to the same university, and he's a truck pusher, or he helps the students to wash their stuff, or when you go to visit, he's collecting debts just to augment.
That's when what you see influences you. So that's why I was.
That is the move for success, and it's not wrong. Are you saying it's wrong?
No, I'm not saying it's wrong, but every single thing is processing. Now, what we're talking about is the urge for quick cash, the urge for quick money.
Yes,
everybody wants to make it early. You see a 25 years old person, and he sees a 16 years old boy, or maybe 19 years old boy, driving Benz. And he's 25 years old, and he's still jumping from one place. And he sits and is wondering, what am I doing in this life? Like, I'm wasted. And he's just 25. So in our father's age, I believe that they made it by at 30, 40, and they were comfortable. But now, it's an internet age, and there's a lot that would have been seen. You see content creators doing this, doing that. You see a lot of things, and you are excited. At the same time, it deranges you, like, where am I in the world? But you see, there are a lot of things that we can do. Like you said, crypto, Bitcoin. Young people can do all this stuff and make a living from it. It's not just education. Education will help you. Yeah, it's an eye opener to the world. But you see, your talent, your abilities will help you earn more. So if we can learn these skills and help ourselves, and not wait for the government to bring a revenue or bring an opportunity for us, because if we wait for the government,
they don't
be as old as the government.
It's pardon my term.
Okay, we won't say they don't care, but they are working on it.
It just seems to the average Nigerian youth that the government don't care about us. That is the thoughts. And as for us the youth, it's like a lot of people believe you could change. But after a while, those who believe in the country, there could be change, You start seeing them migrating. They are always looking for better opportunities outside. It seems like they've given up. How long will I wait?
Yes.
How long will I fight the system? The system is not encouraging. It's high time you allow the youth get involved. Let them be this bias. Do not see us all as lazy. There was a time the president, one of the ex-presidents said the Nigerian youths are lazy. We cannot get people batching your children. And you as a father, you are literally calling your children criminals. Nobody has done statistics of Nigerians who are into fraud and those who make a legit money. There are no statistical figures to say majority of the youths are criminals or to say majority are lazy.
And you know
give us platforms. Let's come back to the skill we are talking of.
Yes. So one thing I understand about the government is that if you hear the name Nigerian outside, you go search the name Nigerian, you always see young, vibrant people. You see actors, you see musicians, you see content creators. That's the name Nigerians. So
but when you research for when you just type when you try to get who Nigerians are, you start seeing crimes. The most unsafest place in the world. We are always at very close range to the top. You see, but the world do not celebrate our brilliance.
Yes.
Do you understand? They do not. Anytime a Nigerian American does something successful, he's tagged like an American. Do you know? But when it's a crime, it's tagged Nigerian, and our government do not sell back that propaganda and propel us. It's like, yes, they chase you. You are chased out. You are chased in. People are telling you are no good. We hear those things.
Yes.
We hear those, and it's not good for our psychological well-being. You do not. It doesn't seem like a nation that the justice system seems to be working on who owns more, who has the paying power, who has the money. All these are motivations to do great things, but it cannot be
So on this segment, we'll still come back to the conclusion of this after the break.
Hey, my people, we just come back again. This now 2024. Oh, Baba God, you do well. We still there here, we know they go anywhere. As the country dey like this, so he like make it yakata, he like make it scatter, as long as the people mind dey gidi. Everything go better. Keep your mind down. WAFFI TV promises you to give you every good content back to back. All our programs live and direct. If you be new person wey just burst in, somehow you just knack with us, make sure say you continue to dey follow us. Now here dey happen. We don hammer all our social media angle. Everything dey function now. You go dey see us every time. You go Twitter, you go Instagram. We even dey WhatsApp, we dey Facebook. And as God do, we still be our TV. No worry. Every content we dey give you as our own. We don't decide, say every week we dey knack and enter the street. In case una see us for any of una corner, mona holler us, chat with us, engage us, so give us comments. Tell us what dey happen for una community, anywhere when una dey. Reach back. As una reach back, we go follow up the story. This now WAFFI TV. Keep watching WAFFI TV.
So welcome back to Talk the Talk, and we're still on the segment urgent money, the urge for urgent money. So you've seen something before we went to the break.
Well, thank you. I was talking of the feelings we are given,
Yes.
you know, and the motivation, that urgent desire to be successful. It comes from everything happening in the society, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
We find even in developed world, we find 15 years to
Yes.
being successful.
Yes.
We find that when we search history, go back into, we find youthful people making great things in the world. You know, our ex-leaders, our past leaders, I should not use the word ex, our past leaders, most of them they did exploit in the country as youths. We find successful people into business starting very early, all that. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, like you said, we should not take cut the corners. But please, even as we urge that all of us will not cut corners, it is still a plea to those in authority to not block our way. Do you understand? Even if there is an issue, try modify it. Try say a way. There's always a solution. Do not close up everything, thinking that we can think out of the box. Our democracy is still growing. We do not stop it because there are issues with it. People die for this democracy. Every election we get people who sacrifice their lives or are victims to one electoral violence or the other. But we're still moving as a nation. So do that with other businesses. Then you come to the skills and all that. Everybody can move towards. It just seems like let's come back home.
Yeah, so let's come back home. And one that I want to treat on this home thing is that we have guys that can do editing, graphic designers. We have a lot of guys with multiple talents. But you see, our firms here, they go to guys in Lagos. When we have guys here in Delta State, in Warri, in Asaba, that can do this for the same price or maybe a little bit cheaper, but you go to guys in Lagos. So why is that?
I think that it's this thing we have with those who are already well known, or we treat people who others treat with respect. It's not like they don't attempt to make use of guys in Warri, in Delta, for our graphic designs. We get people here, but we underprice them. When you underpay people, you put them in the class of underemployment. It's like you're employed, but you are almost the same as someone who's not employed.
Yes.
It's you for the same job that a guy in Lagos would take 250,000 for, cheapest, and you find some people taking even $500,000 for such jobs. When you meet those in world, the professionals, you know, we have the professionals, the amateurs, the trainee professionals, those who claim they are professionals, but they are yet to be there. When you come in, the professionals may, you know, sell their services to you, offer these services at a price of perhaps 150,
Yes.
120, but because you know that there are guys with you, businesses here tend to underprice them. Like, won't you do it for 50,000 naira? Oh, but I'm just giving you a hand to try. And you sure you might have done it for free for somebody else, just to have, that evidence, your portfolio, to build your portfolio. If you make the mistake of trying it in this town, you build your portfolio on cheap, or it's best to do it free of charge. So when you want to charge, you start charging. If you do 10,000, 20,000 for a job somebody is doing for 200,000, so I want to build my portfolio. They sell that same amount. There are guys who can do it for this. When they know why you were doing it, almost free. It's just this should cover my transportation.
Yeah.
They want you to remain there. They come, they tell you for 50K. If you refuse, they know the next person is a trainee. They go to him and offer him 50, that same 50, that he's not worth, and tell him to do the job. It's like they use it as a psychological way to wash you, bring you down, make you feel you are not mentally, you cannot be worth it. When the guy does the job may have fault. He may bring somebody else and pay 100,000 to rectify the job of 50, thereby paying more.
You're saying that because
we are from here,
from the same
yes,
environment,
they look down on
you because of familiarity.
I think it's a business thing, trying to make sure that you are always cheap. It seems like they do not understand.
Because it's my brother.
You may not be a friend or brother, but it's that same treatment, The way we think that my people should not charge me more, like friend, brother into business. But sometimes you meet a stranger doing the same thing. I do not understand. Maybe one day you get a business person in here. Let's understand the business people inside.
So we do understand that there are a lot of things that you could do to earn a living in Nigeria, here in Delta, around the globe. We have a lot of things that she has listed and I have listed, and we are so glad on this segment, and this is how far we can go on this segment. Do well to follow us on all our social media pages: Facebook WAFFI TV 2, TikTok WAFFI TV 2, Instagram official WAFFI TV, and YouTube. Thank you very much.